So let's start recording. Let's get this gravy train on the road. And rape. No, that's not. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. Chapter 10. Who is Cave Johnson? And author's note. This chapter is really intense because there is a lot of action. I got ready to step into the time machine with Wheatley when a guy showed up like who looked my dad, but more mean. I am Cave Johnson, who is Gabe Johnson's more evil twin. He lolled like bad, and some guy came up behind him. I also cloned all your friends and make evil ones. They are called Teen Fortress 2 because they're in high school. Get it? I knew that Carolyn had power now, so I just went into the time machine when the evil demo mon exploded it. This was so sad. Had finally got it away to return to time and now it was gone. No, I yelled like the sun of my powers glowed all around me with sparks and lightning and lighting. I am Demon Man, said the man, and he fired fired bombs at the evil guys. But Cave Johnson lolled more and said, I have made them immune with the shields. You cannot hurt them. My powers were still charging up, and they finished, and I fired a bolt of electric stuff at Cave Johnson. But then he fired a no bolt of electric stuff to me. Ha ha ha, the evil engineer gave me powers like yours, Marissa. Now you will die. He shooted more powers at me, but I had a trick. I still had me portal gun. I powered up the gun and fired a black hole to where Cave Johnson was. The black hole started sucking up all the things, but Cave Johnson cold fly and escape. I can fly too, I asked in shock at that power. No, you can only space flight, but I'll put the power over Carolyn because she's your mom. So the engineer, she spelled that right, take out a nettle again and put it in Carolyn, and I started to hoover. Fly on, I yelled, and soared towards Cave Johnson, who was at the tracks beating up all the football players and trying to molest the cheerleaders because he was an evil jerk like Atlas and Peabody. Hey, you big jerk, Cave Johnson, piece of someone your own size. I smirked with hands on hips. No, you don't die, Cave lolled and shot lightning bolts and power missiles at me. I used my detective power to figure out where he would fire and be in another when he did. How can I not hit you all my big booms? I lolled at him. That's because you're a bad guy and bad guys loose. Then I shot him with the biggest power I ever had, and there was a big flash, and Cave Johnson was gone. I flew back to gym and saw Gabe and Carolyn and Wheatley and good Teen Fortress 2 cheering. Marissa, yay, they were all so happy and proud of me. It brought a tear to my eye. You guys are the best. You shall come with me and Whitley to the future. Gabe Johnson looked sad and told me, no, Marissa, if we go life in the future, then it will break the time stream and cause a paradox. Despite the fact that their fucking child from the future is back there telling them all about this stuff, and that didn't cause a paradox yet. I cried a little more and hugged Gabe and Carolyn. I guess this is goodbye, my great future daughter, Carolyn sniffed. Also, you must have another child named Shell, but she will be less hot and pretty than me, okay? They both nodded. Okay, and we were all happy. Marissa, I've repaired the time machine. It's for you and Wheatley to home. The good engineer said. I picked up Wheatley, who was asleep because he didn't have his rail to charge up, and stepped into the machine. Lights started going and flashing suddenly. Carolyn got shot. I'm sorry. Carolyn got shot! I was not dead. It was just a trick. Cave Johnson stayed holding up the gun. Gabe went on ground and cried some, then stood up and screamed, "No!" Then with all the furry from his whole muscly body, Gabe Johnson jumped, kicked Cave Johnson, and blew up his head. Cave Johnson was died for real now, but at what cost? Gabe ran to Carolyn's body. I called in because the machine was still powering up with me in it. Carlion, please be okay. Gabe cried to Carolyn, and blood was coming out of her everywhere. I'm sorry, Gabe, but the wound is fatal. She will die soon, the medic said with tears in eyes. Gabe, Marissa, I love you. Then she died. No, Gabe cried again. I will build you a new robot body, Carolyn, and it will be called GLaDOS. I mounted, but before I could stop him, the time machine sent me into the future. Everything wrong with this fan fiction. Oh no, now Marissa and Wheatley are back in the present, but Carolyn is turned into GLaDOS. And what is happening to Portal Labs now that Shell and future GLaDOS are fusioned? Find out next time on It's My Life. It's just stupid bullshit. Chapter 11, Rise of Shell GLaDOS. Others note, and I can't believe how many reviews my story is getting. Soon I'll have 100. I love you guys. Oh, P.S. Okay, I was wrong about Cave Johnson. I thought his name was Gabe. So to fix the plot hole, after Marissa went to the future, Gabe Johnson changed his name to Cave in honor of his dead brother, even though he was a clone. Fuck this bullshit. Oh, thank bloody God, we're finally back in the sudden present, Marissa, Wheatley happily said to me as we got out of the time machine into the portal labs like before, with GLaDOS and Atlas and Peabody died from last time. Now we cold have peace at last. Then some weird noises started coming up from the walls. Like something was climbing in them. The walls boomed up, and scariest thing ever came out. It was Shell and GLaDOS fusioned. Ha ha ha, Marissa, you didn't make sure I was really dead. Now I fused with Shell, and she is the body, and I am the brain and butt, because she's a ass. I'm sorry, she's a bad word. Shell was all covered with robot things and wires with GLaDOS's head where her booty was, and some tubes in Shell's face. Buggering wanker, she's gone mad, Wheatley cried. Shell GLaDOS lolled and opened a door with the wall, and guess what? Who stepped outside? Atlas and Peabody. Boo, something was different about Peabody. She had a big bumpy thing on her in her robot place. What? Atlas, you bad word. You maddened me pregnant now. I can't drink or smoke drugs. Peabody was so mad sounding, but Atlas said, well, you should have talked about that before we shut up you two and kill Marissa. Shell GLaDOS interoperated. Yeah, it's interoperated. Okay. They looked mean at me, but I was fed up with all of this and just shot my power blast at them, and Shell and Peabody bloomed up. Oh dear God, save the queen. It's some bloody tubes. Wheatley pointed up with eye, and I look up and saw the tubes made Atlas and Peabody again. Every time you killed them, I just rebuild. LOL. I'm just gonna call it GLaDOS. Chelados said really loud. I did a double jump and grabbed the tools, stuffing Wheatley in my jumpsuit so he was happy because my chest were so big and squishy. I climbed up the tubes and entered the walls behind. All the wired drawings were stuffed, saying the cake is a lie and things. There was only one person who could stop Chaglados, Ratman. I had to find him using my detective powers, so I used them and saw that Rata man had righted this stuff about 10 a.m., so the trail was still hot. I ran through the air ducts, dogging fans and cleaner robots that keep saying I was so pretty and asking me to date them. So Whitley said, bad word off, you bloody burgers. And then they stopped making words. There was a crumbly sound, and I looked back. Shaglados was following me through the ducts. The ducts. We cannot, as you cannot escape this time, Marissa. You will finally die for stopping me from sea-swiding and breaking my test. She was so mad that she punched all the way through part of the air ducts and made Shell hand all bloody and bone. Youch, Shell GLaDOS yelled, forgotten she was Shell and GLaDOS now both feel the same hurt. I lolled at them and sprinted away with my lung full boots. The air ducts collapsed, so it was a good thing my long boobs cold break the fall. My long boobs. It's a good thing we finally meet at last, Marissa. A strange looking man with thin lab coat that like white cape. I say, I am Ratman. I fight against a bad robot lick Shell GLaDOS, and now we can team up. Take this weapon. It's like GLaDOS's discouraging beam, but a gun. I lolled at him and explained, I don't need weapons. I have cool powers instead. And I went all glowy and electric, and Ratman said, got a dude WTF look on his feces. Why do all these girls have a fascination with feces? He got 2 of the laser guns and put them on and said, alright, Marissa, let's get ready to fight and kill GLaDOS once and for all. But I got kinda nervous because then I would have to kill my retorted sister and mother together too. Sorry, this chapter is short, but the next one is the big final between Marissa and Shell GLaDOS. It is. No, it is not. It's not the finale at all. It's not the finale at all. God damn it. God damn it, Napa. And no, by the way, I like to make my tacos myself. Or go to Taco Bell. But I digress. This has nothing to do with this lovely fan fiction. Chapter 12. The final battle. Others know. You guys say all so weird. You were giving me good reviews, then you say I'm a troll and that you're going to kill me and put salt in my things. If it weren't for the people who really lick my story, the business guy and Sphero and Cat not bouncy, I'd stop it right now. P.S. I know GLaDOS is spelled GLaDOS. I keep her fusion Shell GLaDOS because Shell already have the L's and it sound more cooler. No, it doesn't. Ratman and I going through the air ducts to kill Shell GLaDOS. Lair where the final showdown would be. Wheatley was growling and trying to be scary because he didn't have weapons, so he was lick and cheerleader. We entered the lair and saw GLaDOS building turrets, but those ones were explosion special because they could walk and run around and shoot and stuff. Intruder, one turret said, called to GLaDOS. GLaDOS looked at me with anger she ever had. Marissa Roberts, you have interfered with my plans for the last time because now I will kill you. Then she seed Ratman and got even more angry. Ratman is alive. Alive. Now you will both die. Shell GLaDOS took out her portal gun, which was modified to shoot bullets like a real gun, but could shoot portals too, just in case. She fired the portal gun and it hit Ratman with a boom, and I thought he was dead for sure. But Ratman got it up. Silly Shell GLaDOS, you cannot hurt me, because he pulled down his pants and I saw that he had replaced his man thingy with the space and Rick cores. I've got balls of steel. Fucking damn it. Fucking damn it. That's from a game called Duke Nukem Forever. It's funny. Fuck this fan fiction. Duke Nukem. Oh my fuck. She referenced Duke Nukem of all things. The space core was still thing. He was in space, but Rick was mad at being one of Ratman's tentacles. His tentacles. Well then, I'll just portal you in space like Wheatley and see how you like it. You won't. Shell GLaDOS shoot another portal under Ratman's feet, and he was shucked into space. No, you don't. You are my daughter, Shell. Ratman yelled as he got socked in. OMG, how? Shell GLaDOS and me said in the same time together. It all started a long time ago. Ratman gave us the down low as he was barely hanging onto the portal. I used to work for Gabe Johnson. Offer. He changed his name to Cave in honor of his dead brother. Carolyn was shot, as you know, Marissa, and was put in robot body that is called GLaDOS. Shell GLaDOS O-mounted at his shocking words. Gabe knew he would have two daughters named Marissa and Stella. Since GLaDOS was a prototype, she and Cave couldn't make baby normal way and instead used the artificial Assram Nation and grew test tube babies. But they was a mix-up, and my DNA got used instead of Gabe's for one of the tubes. That tube was Shell. Then Ratman couldn't hold on any longer and fell into space and died. Then Shell GLaDOS started shaking and looked funny. Shell was fighting back against GLaDOS' mind control. Marissa, there's not much time. You must kill me to stop GLaDOS once and for all. And for all. The number. I O-mounted because Shell's brain damage was cured, so now I couldn't put her out of her misery. LOL. But I can't kill you, Shell. You're my sister. There must be another way. Shell got sad. Hurry, GLaDOS is taking control. And then she started lolling with evil. There was no way I could kill Shell, and then I remembered that GLaDOS used to be Carolyn, and that made me not want to kill her neither. Bloody hell, Marissa, she's powering up, Wheatley screamed from inside my jump suit, and I looked up and saw GLaDOS floating in the air with electric stuff coming off her. Thanks, Marissa. You remind me who I used to be, Carolyn, so I remember that I have powers too. I O-mounted. The dumb engineer forgot to make it so only I got the powers. I didn't know what to do now. It seemed hopeless when a sound heard. Hey, bad word. We're here for backup. It was Atlas and Peabody. OMG, why are you jerksy helping me? I asked while O-mounting from the shock. Because GLaDOS is half your sister, and we don't lick you, so we don't lick Shell neither. Atlas explained, and I remember they gave you the drugs and beer the first time, so it wasn't for you. We wouldn't have drugs and beer. Peabody added, and Atlas nodded like, yeah, we started to fire portal guns at Shell GLaDOS, and portals go down to make a big portal black hole. Oh, bad word, Shell GLaDOS screamed as GLaDOS parts from all sucked out of Shell. Once all of GLaDOS's was gone, we closed the portal and Shell folded down on the ground. Shell, I safetied you. I ran to my sister and gave her a hug. Marissa, I'm sorry, but Dajma the dismay was too much from Gladys. She died in my arms. No, Shell, my sister, you are died. I cried so much, and Wheatley cried too because they was friends. Even Wheatley, even Atlas and Peabody looked kinda sad. I put down Shell body and stand where there was a click clack noise behind me. Hello, L. We tricked you to get your guard down, Marissa. Now die, bad word. And Atlas and Peabody lulled and shot me in the head. Marissa, Wheatley screamed, and everything got black and I died. Oh no, Marissa is died. Can Wheatley save her? Find out in the next one. P.S. I'm thinking of maybe writing a spinoff about Teen Fortress 2 and Gabe Johnson and Carl Lyon living in Portal High School. What do you guys think? Bullshit. Okay, chapter 10. Marissa's resurrection. Author's note. OMG, I got 101 reviews. Even if it was mostly dumb flamers, that's still pretty good for a first story. But thank Ray and Ape something because they gave me really good ideas for the new chapter. P.S. Marissa died. That proves she's not a Mary Sue. Okay, no it doesn't. P.S. This chapter is from Wheatley's point of view. Again, this was the most bloody terrible bell thing ever. Marissa was died with gun shoot to her siding head, and blood of brains were all over everywhere. I glared at Atlas and Peabody, who killed the one thing I loafed it, and shouted, "You bloody buggers, I'm going to wank you." God damn it. But I didn't have arms, so I cold not hurt them, but I so mad that I ran off anyway. Bloody sod, Marissa, why didn't I was able to save you? I'm so sorry. And I cried bloody buckets of robot tears. It was the end, and I thought about committing suicide like GLaDOS did when a turret came up to me. Go ahead and blow me sodden bloody brains out so I can be at peace. I yelled loud at the turret. No, I'm different, an oracle turret, and I know how to make Marissa alive. No bloody way, I mounted all in shot. How can she be life? How can she life when her head suddenly exploded? I Britished at him for trying to get my hopes up. Remember that she was a special power. One of them is that when she eats the zombie taters, instead of becoming zombie, when she dies, she becomes like a life again. It all makes sense. The turret was a bloody genius. Come on, let's wank and go. None of this makes any sense. The oracle turret, landed, excuse me, and I rolled on my rail right to the zombie taters quickly. We grabbed all of them and brought back to Marissa's body. I couldn't help but cry at the sight of my troll love with head all open and messy. It's okay, Whitley. Soon she will be life. The turret made me more happy, and we started to stuffing the buggering taters in Marissa's mouth. Then we started coughing. Then she started coughing, and all blood got healed. Oh, Marissa, I thought you were bloody gone for wanking sure. We hugged and kissed and things and got hot and heavy, so the oracle turret left because he didn't want to see that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, in the past, Teen Fortress 2 was mad and peeved at Gabe Johnson and his daughter, Marissa Roberts, for killing their leader, Cave Johnson. They wanted ever range, especially on Marissa's sense. Without her, Gabe would not have been a hard fight. We showed right a mean thing on her Facebook page. Then evil heavy dumbed. No, you IDOT. This is the past. Facebook isn't invented yet. Fuck this. The evil medic extradited. All of them was angry but couldn't think of a way to revenge Marissa when the evil engineer got an idea. I know, we will create an evil clone of Marissa and send it to the future and kill her. It was a good plan. After school, the Teen Fortress all got it together and evil engineer house and built it the clone machine, but we don't have the DNA evidence. Evil Sniper said in a sexy British accent. But the evil spy lolled and pulled out something. I stole some of her hair just in case we needed it for something. He Frenched and gave evil engine the hair, and they started to clone Marissa. A few minutes later, the cloning was done, and out stepped a girl who kind of looked like Marissa, but even more evil and mean with angry face. I am Assram Straybor, okay, and I will kill Marissa Roberts. So I'm guessing her name is Marissa Roberts backwards, which is even more stupid. Chapter 14. 14. Okay. How Carolyn became Gladys, the first evil of Assram, whatever. And what author's note? What is everyone saying about wanker and wank? I thought they were British insult words, and now people are saying they're 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 nodding stuff. OMG, this chap is in the past, so this is third personal. I, Marissa Roberts backwards, and I will kill Marissa Roberts. The evil clone said to Teen Fortress 2, who happied. Wait, how can we be sure that she's evil enough to kill her? The evil soldier questioned. We do tests to make sure she's real evil. The evil engineer answered because he was the boss of her plan. Marissa backwards. You must do evil thing to prove your ability. He ordered Marissa to nod it, and I'm gonna kill somebody. Look at her feces. Okay, bad word, ow, bad word, kill some bad word. Marissa said she says a lot of cusses because she's really evil and did a evil, lol. Marissa backwards got it up and the evil engineer's holes and started looking for a victim when she seed Gabe Johnson's house. I heard he changed his name to Cave Johnson after our leader, his dead brother, so I'll do an evil thing to him. She thought of evil thoughts. Instead, Gabe Johnson and his friend Ratman was building a robot body for Carolyn, and it was almost done. Complete. Now we can turn it on. Ratman sensed, so Cave flipped that switch, and the robot machine started moving and looked around. Gabe, is that you? Carolyn asked. Yes, Caroline. I built it. A robot body for you. It's called GLaDOS, and I changed my name to Cave in honor of my head brother. Ratman started to leave because this was a private family moment. As we walked to the door, he seed a girl outside that was hot and pretty, but kind of mean looking. Ah, that must be Cave's future daughter, Marissa Roberts. Ratman said out loud and let her in, but it was Marissa backwards. Marissa backwards walked through the halls and got to GLaDOS' robot body and Cave Johnson, who were making out. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, lol, Marissa lolled. So Gabe and Caroline and Cave stopped kissing and looked and saw Marissa backwards. Marissa, our daughter, you returned for a visit. They both exclaimed with happy. Yep, and I see Carolyn's got a new robot body. Marissa backwards smiled because her plan was working and they didn't notice that she wasn't Marissa. I'll leave you two alone for some mother-daughter bonding time, okay? And Gabe went in to see Ratman. Carolyn was so happy to see Marissa was back that she thought when Marissa backwards started smiling all evil like a bad clown or joker, or then she put a computer virus in Carolyn. No, GLaDOS screamed as the virus started to turn her evil. Why would you do this, Marissa? Gabe Johnson yelled from the window. She lolled immediately and said, it's not Marissa. I'm Assram. Assram. You know what? I'm stop calling her Marissa backwards. Her name's Assram now. And then Caroline turned full evil into GLaDOS. Now I'm evil and I will kill you with neurotoxin. Befoul the cold, do anything. Assram went gone back to evil engineer's house. Evil Gabe screamed no, and he screamed it really loud. The evil team Fortress 2 was watching the whole thing from on their TV camera, but it was black and white because it was the past, so they couldn't see the neurotoxin because it was green and not black and white, so they didn't show up. Assram came in from the door and all cheering for her. You are really evil, Assram. The plan will work. The evil engineer congratulations. Okay. Indeed, I am so evil that I'm going to betray you, and pulled out a machine gun and started to shoot up the evil teen fortress because she was that mean. Then Assram seed the nettle that gave you powers like Marissa's. So she injected into her arm and all went glowing and electric. Now I have power so I can kill Marissa and her dumb robot boyfriend too, and maybe take over the whole world. She lulled with most ever evil. She didn't realize how would she get to the future with Evil Team Fortress 2 died. I'll just make the good Team Fortress, make a time machine, or maybe kill them afterwards. She thought smartly, but it was an evil smartly, like a mad genius. Assram used the fly power to fly to school, where Gabe Johnson and Ratman were giving Team Fortress 2 the down low, and the evil clone put a computer virus in GLaDOS and turns her evil. Gabe was crying while Ratman gave him Tisho us. Assram flew out to the Portal High School and used her power to make a glowy gun like Green Lantern. The movie was dumb, but he had cool powers. Thanks. I think Marissa will have them too. Build me a time machine or I'll kill you. Assram pointed the gun at Cave Johnson's head and cocked the trigger. Okay, we'll do it. Don't shot. The engineer screamed, and they worked fast to build a time machine. Assram got into and prepared to go to the future. Marissa will stop you. You can't win, Cave Johnson said, but Assram just lulled and turned the time machine on. Flash bang boom, she was gone to the future. Marissa has too powerful enough to stop her. She's the world's only hope, Ratman said with brave, and they nodded. To be continued. I got Revolve saying I'm jumping the shark. It's a TV word. And I'm kind of running out of ideas. So I think once Marissa fights Assram out in the story, but I'll have the most epic and intense end ever. So maybe the last one will be chapter 20. Find out. No, it's going to be 4 chapters from now. My power of living is just dying right now. You guys are still here, right? I forgot to end this recording. I'm stupid.